we back, and 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 we back. We back. We gotta bring the fellas back on. This will be the last round, y'all. We ain't doing all them segments. We ain't doing all of them cuts and come back. We gonna wrap this subject on up. We gonna move to the next one. His piece, and Ken continues to finish up his piece. I already said my piece. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. Hey, Kenny, you're back.
Hey.
Well, go ahead and finish what you were saying while we wait on Michael to come back in. There you go.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think in terms of what like Shannon Sharp was talking about, I feel like you should be able to date whoever you want to date and not be condemned for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I understand where some Black women are coming from, depending on what they want to be able to produce, what they want to be able to create.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
no, I agree.
I don't, and I get where you're coming from as well when you say that there are some white women who, like, you think about the standards, right? So, like, how Mike was saying, like, the standards mean that you have to have a good paying job, you have to have a house, and blah,
right.
Sometimes for a white woman, all you need to be is Black.
You know right? You ain't lying.
So
they love y'all.
You know what I mean? So, like, and
not all of us.
Not right.
For the most part.
But I'm just saying, like, I think when you think in terms of what you need to have and blah blah this, it shouldn't be all of that. I think if it affects your confidence and who you are before you get into the relationship,
right? I agree with that.
Before you get into the relationship, you know?
I agree with that. Do you
but
guys
I feel like love is love, and
right.
If you find that, if you make that chemistry with someone, it shouldn't, all of that needs to fall by the wayside. I think sometimes people get too far into their minds about it, and you can be broke and have confidence out this wazoo. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, because there's a lot of them like that.
Because some broke niggas will walk up to you and get your number, and
confident as hell.
And then you get out to a date, and they be like, "So who paying for this?" You know what I mean? Like, I do believe that you should vet whoever you're dating. Like, you should ask the right questions, have the right conversations, so you know truly who's compatible. If you are being shady and deceitful about what you truly hold as a standard, you'll never find. You'll never find
it, right?
What you really want. You can't just expect for these guys or these girls
fall in your lap
to know automatically what you want in your mind because you think that the standard is universal.
Right.
Yeah, you're not living in reality.
Yeah,
right.
You're living in a fantasy land.
Everybody doesn't have the same like deal breakers. Everybody doesn't have the same like I want that in a relationship. Like, you have to talk about those things. And until you do, like, I'm not about to read your mind.
Right. No, for real though, you do got to open up your mouth and say what you got to say and let people know what it is. But
don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Right. That's true.
Get fed.
That's true though. And then if they can't give what you know, it's just maybe it's not compatible. I think a lot of times people try to make shit fit like try to fit a square into a circle. Is that what they say? Yeah. And sometimes that just ain't it ain't gonna work.
Date, and then you know, hey, I want a Black man. I want a strong Black man. Like, let that strong Black man know. You know,
right.
And
I agree with you on that.
If you don't care. You know what I mean? But don't try and come down on somebody else who doesn't necessarily want what you want. I feel
No, I
like
agree. I agree.
them going in on Bronny James just because he took
He
a
was white.
white girl to prom, like that is absolutely ridiculous.
And they went
Just
in on
because you
him,
don't,
like,
it becomes a thing of like you don't like the way it looked, but
right. That's exactly what it is, Ken.
it's
It's
you
the
don't
way
like the
it
way
looked.
it looked.
It's the
And,
way it looked.
and years ago, decades ago, white people didn't like the way we look.
Right, exactly.
Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
true.
pictures and they space, walking through the
Right,
door, like any of that.
right,
So like
right.
we say racism doesn't necessarily go both ways because the person who's being marginalized can't necessarily be racist.
Right.
Right? But
Not true.
if you are saying this specifically based on their race, that they can't do something or be with somebody or whatever, I find that to be racist. I'm sorry.
No, I
Don't
agree.
be sorry. That's the fucking truth.
I
Like,
agree. I mean, go ahead, Michael.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm sure we're gonna have a topic about that at some point
Yeah.
because I've been like battling with other black people about this shit, about like this whole black people can't be racist shit. I think that is the biggest crock of shit that I've ever fucking heard.
We're
Especially
gonna do
when
a
I've
topic
seen
about that.
other black people be very fucking racist to other people just simply based on their skin pigmentation.
That is
But
true,
another topic.
yo.
That's another topic that we'll talk
Yeah,
about.
that is another topic. We're gonna keep that one. We're gonna put that on for another show because that definitely needs to be highlighted.
Because that'll be a one episode.
Yes, this show will. That'll probably be the topic. That'll be the top. That'll be the night we do a call in, and that'll be the topic. That'll be the topic for the night. I think that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
So I'll put that in the notes, and we'll try to do that. We'll try to put that to the side. That would actually be a really good topic, because that is a very common misleading theory in the Black community that Black people cannot be racist. So that would be an excellent topic.
No, wait, it's prejudice. It's not racist. You know, there's a
I do
difference. Even though
think
it's under the same fucking definition.
prejudice is like prejudice means like you don't like somebody because of like some like not their skin color, it's something else.
Because of their difference.
Oh, okay. So like
What's
if I
the
have
difference?
like if somebody was like, I don't like her because she got dreads, fucking dirty, is that prejudice? Okay. But if they said I don't like her because she's black, if they said I don't like her because she's black and she got dreads, then that's racist.
Yeah, because it's about the race.
Same fucking thing. It's the same. I don't like her because her skin tone is dirty.
No, that's fucking racist.
That
ain't prejudice at all. That's just straight up racist.
That's straight racist.
Skip the prejudice space and go straight to fucking racist. Go. You know what I mean? Don't collect shit.
No, I'm saying that there's no fucking difference. People try to like tiptoe around it. Oh well, like if you just talk about their hair texture, that's prejudice. Like no. White people have that hair texture. Black people are fucking racist.
No, I think you can be. I think it's based off of anything that makes you different. So prejudice has delved into like all of these different terms, like homophobia and transphobia and racism and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Anything that makes you different, right? So all of those are prejudice terms. They just have subsets that we don't say prejudice too much anymore.
No, yeah, I know that. It's just that I hate it when people try to use like these like mental gymnastics, trying to like cover up their racism when it comes to black people. So that's what I mean by that. Like, no, there is clearly a difference when it comes to prejudice and racism and being prejudiced. But it's like I just hate it how black people like always try to flip that shit to make it seem like, oh, it's just prejudice. Like, no, he's right. You're being fucking racist. Like, again, we'll talk. Go ahead.
Not
I'm sorry.
Only just being racist. I mean, you're not only just being prejudiced. I feel like, again, like prejudice. I feel like it was only prejudice, and it was prejudice racism back in the day because we were the only people who were being marginalized. You know what I mean? So then when you talk about racism, it was only like prejudice. White people was being prejudiced towards black folk.
White people, right.
But now it's like people being prejudiced to gay people, people being prejudiced to black people.
To women. To women. You got,
you know what I mean?
You got all kinds of stuff going on now. Yeah, that was a really good, you guys, that's really good. That was a really clear perspective from everybody else's point of view, and for everybody in the chat giving your opinions too.
Yeah, we'll dive deep in that another day.
We'll definitely do that. We might have to make that one a call-in. We might have to make that a call-in show and just have that, it be that one topic, and we just kind of go in on that. That would be cool. Even if we only go on.
You upset with Bronny James taking his white girlfriend to prom? Nigga, you racist.
Get over that shit,
racist.
Nigga, you racist.
Why he going with that white bitch? Like, why does it matter?
That's the part
why you gotta take a
why
white
do you
hoe?
care?
Why you take that white bitch?
And I'm standing right here.
Yo, can you imagine if a white chick said that shit? Why you take that black bitch?
Oh my God. Boy, she get her ass stoned to the ground. I just tell you that.
And rightfully so. But I'm just saying, what the fuck is difference?
Racist, bitch, you racist? You being racist, bitch?
I know you're not being racist, bitch.
We don't tolerate that shit. We don't tolerate that shit on TikTok. This girl
Somebody gonna be recording it.
This girl said
ass.
got her face, her yearbook picture in there and shit, like.
Yo, I do think it's,
But Tina said, I'm mad about the money spent. What do you mean by that?
The money spent? What money spent?
The money spent on the sun?
She'll tell us. She gonna tell us. She gonna come back with the clap back.
But before we move on to like the next main topic, I just want to give a shout out to my boy Johnny Depp for winning his defamation lawsuit against that bitch Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Congratulations, Johnny
Depp. Okay, we can move on.
Arsenio. Yeah, no, for real though. That was I knew he was
the
going.
settlement happened, and I'm glad that he won. But they was both being like incredibly abusive and toxic to each other. You know what I mean? Like, and if what I don't agree with when it comes to her is her means to feel as though she wanted to play victim. She didn't, participate in it. Like, you could have left. You could have, like, if he was hitting on you and blah, blah, whatever, or if he was speaking to you a certain type of way, you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you to leave. Don't try and go to the publications or to the magazines and be like, oh my God, like, oh, he hit me. And like, no, bitch, he didn't hit you.
No, bitch, he didn't hit you.
He did not hit you.
No, bitch. He didn't tell you to look at the dirty rug, bitch.
I know like a lot of people like to use the whole words hurt, or physical abuse is just as bad as like
verbal,
social or verbal abuse.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta call bullshit on that. Like, don't get me wrong. Of course, words hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain words will get to everyone. But I'd rather have you call me the N-word than hit me in my fucking face or spit on me.
I mean,
at that point, I will fucking kill you.
As long as you
don't touch me, we good.
The only thing I will say, when it comes to verbal abuse, it can break down your mental.
True, but physical abuse can kill you.
Physical abuse can't. That is true. I wouldn't say
both of them are wrong.
Yes,
no, both of them are wrong, but one.
I wouldn't say that. Right, I would not say that. oh, verbal abuse is sometimes worse. I mean, it depends on the dynamics. Of course, if you're being physically abused, that's going to definitely, you know what I'm saying? But if you ask them,
I feel like abuse is abuse.
It is. And they try to put little umbrellas around it to make it seem like, oh, if you're being verbally abused, it's not that bad. Oh, if you're being hit. Like, but it depends on what it's like. They try to find little ways to make it seem like it's not that bad. Oh, if you're being hit, it depends on where you're being hit. If he's not hitting you in your face, oh, you're not. It's not that bad. Oh, if he's not leaving bruises, oh, you're not. It's all right. You can always leave.
Or because sometimes it can go to a point of being like, shut up, stop crying, bitch. I didn't hit you. I didn't hit you. I didn't even lay a finger on your ass. Shut up before I hit you.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
He still didn't hit you though.
I didn't hit you.
He still didn't hit you though.
Yeah,
it could be bad. You know what I mean?
Like Pinky, he said,
before I actually hit you, I'ma actually hit your ass.
He said, oh, say it again, nickel. Say it again, nickel. Y'all see Pinky for Friday. Say it again, nickel. Say it one more time.
And sorry, and I'm sorry, we're not trying to make light of an abusive situation.
Oh no.
Like
No.
I think we're just talking about it in terms of like,
right.
You know what it is, truly.
Right. The level.
If ever you've gone through abuse, like we're not necessarily poking.
We're not poking fun at that. I went through that.
Here's the thing, though, because a lot of the Amber Heard supporters are like coming out and saying that people are trying to make fun of the situation or making fun of like people who go through domestic abuse. No, we're making fun of someone who is clearly lying, not based on how we feel, not based on how we think, but based on the evidence that was presented through a 6-week-long court.
Yeah, and I mean, come on, Shorty was lying. I didn't even watch the whole trial, and I would just watch her testimonies, and I was like, there is no way this chick is gonna win. If she wins, the system is for real rigged.
I mean, it is rigged, but
it is rigged. But you know what I mean. If she would have won, and Johnny Depp didn't win,
a lot of people were expecting her to win, though. A lot of people.
They crazy. Them stories she was telling.
You've seen crazier things.
True.
Yeah.
We've seen crazier verdicts. It wouldn't have been out of the wheelhouse because if it's man-made, it's a possibility that you know it could go either way.
No, you're right. I mean, I'm glad he won. I'm glad. I hope he don't get himself involved with no chicks for a little while. Be with his kids. Enjoy his peace and serenity. I think he need a break for real after all.
He was playing shows. He was playing the guitar on the stage.
Shit. I don't blame him though. Boy, I had to deal with this shit for 6 fucking years.
Yeah,
I'm going to celebrate.
Yeah, he probably. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably like, thank God it's fucking over.
That was before the verdict was read. Like immediately once the trial was over, he was like, "I'm about to go play guitar."
He probably
because I think like the main thing, like he didn't really care about the money. The main thing is like he's been dealing with this for like 6 years of people calling him a wife beater.
Right.
That like through public opinion, he unanimously won.
Right.
Like when the case showed up, like everyone saw all the evidence. They're like, oh shit, like yo, this bitch was lying. That's really all he wanted. It's kind of like it's fucking Johnny Depp. He's rich as shit. It's like $50 million. Not, you know, he knew he wasn't going to get $50 million from this chick.
Right.
You know, she's not that rich. He just wanted to get his. He just wanted to right the wrong.
Truth. He wanted the truth out.
Yeah, he wanted the truth.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was the whole reason why it was televised.
That's great. I mean, I'm happy for him. I like Johnny Depp. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He's been acting since he was like pretty much a kid. He's a guru. He's a GOAT. He's an OG in the game. So I'm happy that he won. I'm sure he's probably just in heavenly bliss right now. So shout outs to you, Johnny Depp.
Johnny.
Yes, please. I think Blow fucked you up.
I mean,
you did excellent in that movie.
But that shit
man,
fucked your ass
Hollywood,
up.
everyone fucking does it. Come on. Everyone fucking does blow.
You hear him, Charmaine?
I'm not saying I do it. You know?
Right. You don't do it. Apparently. Everybody does it.
Yeah, everyone fucking does it. Do you know how common, like, at least, like, a couple, like, I don't go out now anymore, but I used to see that shit, like, all the fucking time. Like, people just, you know.
In Hollywood and Cali? Oh,
like,
yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so common.
They take that shit like Skittles.
Yeah, that shit blows my mind. Oh my, he does coke. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Not that he does coke.
Fucking he does that shit.
Not that he does coke, but this is where coke has led him.
Led him to, right. Stop with the coke. Smoke some weed.
Not everybody can do coke.
Okay.
Right, but I don't think doing coke leads to a woman beating the shit out of you.
Huh?
I said, yeah, but like I don't think doing coke leads to a woman beating the shit out of you.
But it's the toxic
coke too.
Yeah, that's
yes,
just
it was.
you may have a handle on it, but the person that you do it has a different high.
That's just like two alcoholics being together, and one is a sloppy drunk or a happy drunk, and the other one is a mean, angry drunk and fuck the house up every time they get drunk. And the other one just frolicking around in lilies when they get drunk. Neither one of them is helping each other.
He said everybody does blow.
No, well, honestly, I can honestly say that I've never done it. Like, I've been offered so many fucking times in Hollywood, but I've never done it. Like, I don't know, it's something weird about, like, there's something weird about, like, putting shit up your nose, man. I just don't. I don't know. I'm like,
I don't even like to do that nasal spray shit. You know the shit that you do with the nasal spray? I hate that.
Seen someone who was like a coke addict, what it does to your teeth, how you lose all this like random weight, your titties start sagging if you're a woman, your butt goes away. It's some sad shit.
Did you say
that? Sounds like
coke destroys your body. But the worst part is that it fucks up your spinal cord.
It fucks up your spinal cord.
Yeah, it fucks up, I
wonder what makes people even want to do coke in the first place.
Because they chasing a high.
What high is you chasing?
I think it gives you a lot of energy, too.
Huh?
The first one that they get.
That's...
I think it's an energy booster, too. Like, a lot of, like, old friends of mine who used to do it, like, they said that, like, you know, if they were tired or they had a test coming up or something like that, they couldn't get like what's that other fucking drug? Adderall. If they couldn't get Adderall, coke was like an easy access. Was like, oh, gotta get ready for this test. Like,
bro,
that's what
do you guys think that's what some of these pills like low key kind of like the same, like in the same family? I'm not saying it's coke.
Yeah.
Because you be seeing motherfuckers like crushing up pills and shit, and snorting them up their nose.
Yeah, that's just all the same, bro.
Yeah, I was
that's wild.
We were actually in school when we all went to AMDA.
Yeah, AMDA.
I actually went to a CVS or wherever, and I bought some sleep aid. Okay. When I tell you, I was so scared to take that sleep aid that it sat in my my nightstand for the whole duration we were there. I never opened it.
What?
Because I was afraid that if I took too many, I would go wake up.
Right. For real though. For real though, that should be scaring you.
I was afraid. I had bought some because I thought like I wasn't getting enough sleep. You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of people think that they need that extra whatever or to help them with whatever. And then they take it or
I'm sorry. I was reading the comment that King Shawty said. Continue, Ken. I'm sorry.
See? It's everything. There's a drug for every like piece of euphoria. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of different sensations for every drug. I mean, as far as
like ecstasy, all that.
I'm sorry. Okay, so that one I actually
he's
did
an
take.
advocate for, apparently.
So, have you ever taken ecstasy before, Ken?
Never.
Me neither. My homegirls trying to get me to, but shut up, druggie.
I'm sorry, we're not in.
Hey, it was only one fucking time, right? It was one time. It was one time.
It was only that one time.
It was one AMDA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, when I was in AMDA, the first joint I ever smoked was there.
Oh, okay. Well, the first joint, the first time I ever smoked weed was in California. So
and the first drink I ever had, the first like hard liquor drink I've ever had.
You know what? Yo, me too, though, Ken. Ken, me too. The first Jaeger bomb shot I had was at fucking AMDA, partying with them white kids.
Yep.
I love y'all, though. I love y'all. So yeah, that was my first.
Because we know how to party, bro.
They know.
It's not my fault where you're from. They don't do like we did, bro.
Bro, they used to. Yo, it was this one group that I used to hang out with in California. And when I tell you these motherfuckers could drink and still act like they haven't been drinking like 8, 9 cans of beer bottles and whatever, they would be turned up and it would never be no fights. They might do some wild shit.
Hey, I feel like they say all of these like regular colleges and stuff like that are crazy, but ain't nothing like going to a college for art students where.
Oh man, boy, we had some good times, man.
Crazy. They crazy.
Yes, yo.
Why are you walking around with the fire extinguisher? Like, where are you about to take that at? Like, what?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Kid.
What you about to do with that?
Not the what you better. So what you better do with that? You know what I'm about to do.
That was an AMDA inside joke. Oh, that was funny.
Man, those were good times at AMDA, bro. Like my best partying days was when I went to AMDA, bro. Yeah, like real talk.
Those days, those were some of the best years of my life.
Dude, yes, yo, I say that all the time.
For real.
Yes, like the memories will forever be there, bro. Like,
because it got real hard right after.
Yeah.
Like immediately after, it was hard. Immediately.
Nigga, we were struggling actors for real.
Damn.
Yes, yo.
I never had so much ramen noodle in my life.
Lord, who you telling? Yo, I never seen so many people live in one apartment. It'd be like 5 motherfuckers in a 2-bedroom.
Us? Maybe not 5, but 4.
Yeah.
My homegirl Donna and her roommates, they had a 2-bedroom, I think it was 1 bath apartment on the boulevard, on Hollywood Boulevard. And back then she was already paying like 2 or something, 22 or something like that. And it was
trying too hard.
It was it was 2 girls to a room.
Trying to impress.
Then they moved in a dude in the living room. They split the living room off, so they put a curtain so he could have his privacy. So he wanted to bring a chick over, or if they was walking out, it was lit though. Her crib used to be lit. We used to have some good times over there, bro. That was the first time I spoke to you over there.
17 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
In North
Hollywood. 4 of us, and we had no furniture.
I remember. I remember.
Burning shit. I had burned some shit, and then they came home. There was a hole in our carpet.
Oh my god!
Everything was just fucked up. Like,
well, I had a studio apartment, and I was sharing it with my homegirl Ashley. We were sharing that big ass room together with the 1 bathroom, child, and I was in NoHo too. The struggle was. And that was back then, and the studio apartment was like $820.
I would kill to go back and do it all over again.
Right.
Just the right way.
The right way. Yeah, me too. Me too,
with
yo.
This mindset.
Yes, Lord.
And to go back and do it all over again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would too, man. Okay, so we're gonna move to the next topic real quick. No, you're good. So we got how many more topics? Let me see if there's one I might have to. I'm not gonna cut out one of the real good ones, but I think we only got 2 more after this topic. Yep. Okay. Hold on. Yep. Okay.
Choose the one that we can't talk about next week.
Okay. Okay. You said I should cut the one about with
probably cut out the one with the Corinne chick. Can't talk about next week.
Use one that we can't talk about next week?
Yeah, the one that we have to talk about now.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about this article that I found very interesting because it's been discussed actually kind of a lot, but not a lot of people really tap into this information. I don't want to spend too long on it.
Okay.
But it's about the Black newborn babies that I sent you guys the article about that. So I'm going to read you the CNN article really quick. It's about basically how Black newborn babies in the United States are more likely to survive childbirth if they are cared by Black doctors. Just keep that little statement in your head. But 3 times more likely than white babies to die, not get sick, die when looked after by white doctors. A study has found this. The mortality rate of Black newborns in hospitals shrunk by 39% and 58% when Black physicians took charge of the birth, according to the research, which laid bare how shocking racial disparities in human health can affect even the first hours of a person's life. That's deep to me. By contrast, the mortality rate for white babies was largely unaffected by the doctor's race. So this means any race of doctors that tend to white babies don't have that much of a risk. The findings support previous research, which has shown that while infant mortality rates have fallen in recent decades, Black children remain significantly more likely to die early than their white counterparts. Researchers from George Mason University analyzed the data capturing 1 million hospital births in Florida between 1992 and 2015 for the new study, which was published Monday in the Journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America, also known as the acronym PNAS. When cared for by white physicians, Black newborns were about 3 times more likely to die in the hospital than white newborns, the researchers found. So our study provides the first evidence that the black-white newborn mortality gap is smaller when Black MDs provide care for Black newborns than the white MDs do, lending support to research examining the importance of racial concordance in addressing healthcare inequities. Let me see if there's something else. Okay, so Black babies have been dying at a disproportionate rate since as long as we've collected the data. Oh, hold on, it went away. Where'd it go? And let me see, I'm gonna sum it up so we can get moving on. And a report from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which covered the period between 2000 to 2017 and was published in June, found that Black infants still have more than twice now the risk of dying as white infants. Strikingly, these effects appear to manifest more strongly in more complicated cases. And when hospitals deliver more Black newborns, the authors wrote, the findings suggest that Black physicians outperform their white colleagues when caring for Black newborns. Now, to me, that's extremely deep because we're talking about being initially born. So is this a lack of care because the babies are Black? And it seems to me almost like again, an agenda. And majority, I mean, there are more Black doctors nowadays, but it shouldn't matter. If the baby's Black, white, Asian, why is it only specifically Black babies? And they're not saying that they're getting sick or they're coming down with some type of illness. They're saying that they're more likely to die if they're in the care of a white physician. I'm gonna be honest with you, this doesn't give me any comfort. When I read that article, I was like, if I get pregnant again, maybe I might want to look into a Black physician. Now, I just want to know you guys' ideas and perspective on that. Just because this information actually is, they don't talk about it a lot, but it's something that's been rumored and speculated a lot in conversation. If you watch a lot of stuff that has to do with the Black community, the medical industry with the Black community, because a lot of people also think that Black mothers tend to pass away when they're being cared for and giving childbirth in the hospitals, and it's down to the babies. So I don't know if anybody's ever experienced any type of neglect from the hospital, but I do know I kind of had a little situation like that happen when I gave birth to my youngest son at Mary Immaculate in Newport News. And yes, I'm going to shout y'all ass out because I requested an epidural because I'm a pussy. I cannot take that childbearing pain. Those contractions are something that nobody could ever understand unless they are a woman. It is the worst pain in the world. It hurts worse than breaking a bone. So it's something that a man would never be able to understand, but those contractions are real. And I remember when I was having the contractions and they induced me because my water broke. I was in labor with Elijah for 6 hours and he was not coming. When your water breaks, the water is the sac that protects the baby. Once that breaks and the baby is exposed to all these entities and things going on, they don't want to keep the baby inside you for too long because they don't want something to happen. So if after a while the baby's not coming out on their own, you're not contracting on your own, they induce you, they give you medicine, which makes you start contracting, which makes the baby kind of start moving its way out. They asked to bring me an epidural before I started contracting and before they gave me the Pitocin, I think is what it's called, to induce you. They procrastinated. They kept telling me that the doctor was coming. They induced me instead, said it was too long, the baby been exposed and all of the shit. I started contracting immediately when they gave me that freaking medicine. I was feeling the pain to the point where I sat up and told them, I'm not pushing this baby out until y'all give me the doctor. They still procrastinated. The doctor came in like last minute to the point where I was like, ready to give birth. He finally gave me the needle in my back, but it was just kind of suspect to me that I told them that I wanted an epidural and they proceeded to wait. Even the nurse, when she induced me and I started contracting, was like, oh, well, you might as well go ahead and have a natural birth because the baby's coming. I'm like, bitch, I told you I want the medicine and I'm mad because I'm in excruciating pain and I didn't want to feel that. So I don't know if anybody's experienced anything like that, but do you guys think that there might be some type of an agenda behind this, since they're starting to do research and studies and Black babies are dying?
You know, when I was giving birth to my child, I went through that exact same situation, and I said, please, give me the epidural. Give me the epidural. And what they did was not give me the epidural.
Yeah, I was there. I was yelling at the doctor. I was like, hey, give him his fucking epidural.
And I was like,
what's taking so fucking long?
Baby's coming out.
They was procrastinating, Ken. They was procrastinating on me for real. They wanted me to give birth naturally. I did not want to. What if I would have died?
No. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
See, this is a hard topic, I feel, for like,
man.
This is a hard topic, I feel, for like, let alone men to talk about, but for like, then you talk about like gay men to talk about.
Okay, we'll make it quick. Do you guys, anybody in the chat? Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, women on this show.
When I think about that, it makes me it makes me ask the question, right? So like, I feel like there are some women who are willing to go through the pain for the safety of the baby, right?
Right. Right.
And there are other women who are like, just take away the pain. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do it. See, Tina said that the drug is bad.
Whether
I heard that too.
It is,
you know
but child.
So I think sometimes, like, during childbirth, that tends to affect certain things. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you also have to think about the percentage of physicians that there are
black physicians
that are in comparison to white physicians,
especially the ones that do that are what do you call those doctors that deliver babies? What are they called?
What?
It's a certain name for it. I have to look it up, but
gynecologist.
Well, something like that. Something like that. I mean, the gynecologist does have something to do with that. But it's not a midwife.
Stay away from all the other. I don't. I would not.
He said, I don't.
No, I'm not very well versed.
Hell, Kim's like, why are you asking me? I don't gotta deal with this shit.
I just wanted to know. Not that the girl I had. Oh yeah, the Pitocin is bad. Oh yeah, see Tina, you are right. The Pitocin is bad because that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was in the bed chilling. I'm like, come on now. I need for you to come out. It's been 6 hours. What you doing in there? Like,
but when I tell you, and it goes back to proportions, when I tell you, and I found this statistic.
Oh, okay. She wasn't talking about the epidural.
Yeah, she was.
65.6% of white doctors make up the doctors in the U.S. Right?
Oh wow! Okay. Wow.
Black doctors, 4.7%.
Damn! Are you serious?
So, if we're talking in terms of like, it sort of makes this study hard to swallow.
Right.
Just because
there's not enough doctors.
I mean, not enough black doctors.
Right, there's not enough black. That's a sign right there. The children need to be. We need more doctors. Stop trying to be rappers.
Because next to that, and it's a huge margin change. So like,
wow.
So 65% of white doctors, then it's 18% Asian, 8% Hispanic, 4% black.
That's a damn shame.
2% unknown. And think about your physicians in general. Like, how often do you come across a black doctor?
Not often. You're right. Especially in the childbearing unit. You're right, though. You got to really look for them. You got to look for them.
So that study makes it a little bit hard to swallow and not think about it being specifically about race when it's so off kilter like that. Like, if it was 50% white and 50% black, it'd be like, oh, well, some fucked up, you know.
Well, do you think that might be why? Maybe because there are more white doctors than there are black doctors, and how you know the white doctor might not like black babies? He's just doing his job.
I think that there are black doctors who will go above and beyond.
Right. I agree with that. I
mean, like,
I agree with that.
Or they will give the right information. You know what I mean? I think that there are some white doctors who may give like a general.
Right.
Like, they may generally give you some information, but then it also has to do with childbirth.
Right.
Like, I think that there are some mothers who may be like, oh, I don't want the pain, or just give me a C-section, or blah blah whatever.
Right.
C-section.
Yeah. Ooh, I couldn't do that. That hurts.
I actually saw like someone. There was a TikTok of this woman who said that she went through 7 of them.
Damn.
And yeah.
Woo, she brave.
Wait. Did you say several or 7?
7.
7
C-sections?
At least.
Damn, she brave. Ooh, that's a bad bitch.
Cut up.
So, and then she actually saw, like, it was behind her, you know, they do those green screens. there was an animation of how they do it, right? So then they like all of the layers that they have to cut through.
Oh God!
In order to make an incision and open up, and then like be able to pull out, and then they have to like
stitch you up,
all of that back together and sew back together. Like that's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot.
It is a lot.
So like
they do that to the vagina too. I tore twice.
Okay, we should probably move on now. We should. What's the next topic? We should.
I think we should wrap this one up. I mean,
it's real. We gonna move on, but it is real, and I mean, it happens.
I feel so. So you think about the process of childbirth, and you think about like who are saying like I need I don't want to feel this pain, you know what I mean? Like, or doing the homework and saying like, the medicine going towards the childbirth will eventually hurt the baby. You know what I mean? I don't care. Just like make it stop. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you don't be thinking about all that shit. You don't be thinking about that shit when you in all that pain.
You know, like I feel like I've seen enough shows and reenactments to know that this happens, right? I've never been in the room, nor do I plan on being in the room.
That's funny.
Like that, I feel like it makes that study a little bit harder to swallow, just because things are already off kilter. So if they're doing it in terms of the I think the question that we should be asking is, why is there 4% Black doctors?
There you go. There you go.
Like the babies that are dying, like, or like, it's hard to compare those two just because, or like white doctors are working harder or Black doctors are working harder.
Right.
Like that's a bit.
I think the only reason, only reason why I think that. Yeah, it is. The only reason why I think they said that is because, like what you said earlier, it's like your own. So a Black doctor probably would go above and beyond for the care of a Black baby, whereas a white doctor might just be like, it's another baby. I don't know. That's just my theory. Right. That's just my theory. So
65% of them.
Yeah.
Like,
that's terrible.
It's another shit.
Right. Come on, y'all. We need more Black doctors,
but if it's like
Lord.
4% Black people, like 4% Black people just gonna like work. I don't want to say they work harder, but I feel like when you are in a marginalized category, a lot of the time you are trying to work harder to make a name for yourself.
Oh yeah, we always gotta, what do they always say? We always gotta come in the game and work twice as harder than the rest.
Yeah, exactly. So then you watch Grey's Anatomy and they be like, well, you just lost one. You know what I mean? You know?
No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. I mean, I thought it was
to be like, well, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right. No, you're right. I thought it was a really interesting article just because I've heard a lot about this, but more so in perspective of the mothers. But yeah, just keep your eyes out on that, you guys. If you ever want to look it up,
we shouldn't pay attention to it and don't turn.
Right. Just be aware.
Like, have it in the back of your mind, like just don't forget it. You know, because there's a possibility that it may come up again later on down the line.
Exactly. Just keep it in.
Hard to pinpoint it right now, especially when it's like it's like when we talk about the trial. Like if you don't have enough evidence, we can't really condemn it. You know what I mean? Like we can't necessarily say that it is what it is. We can't say that it's racism until it's blatantly like
racism. Yeah, until there's a situation that's happened.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, like I said, you never know. Just like you have police officers that work for the KKK or that go to the meetings, you might have a doctor or something like that, and you know that. But I will say this: I know when I gave birth to Elijah, they tried to tell me my baby was gonna have a speech impediment, and that they wanted to cut the little thing right here underneath his tongue and all this stuff. And I said, hell no.
No.
You're not doing nothing. We're gonna see what happened. So just be aware. Just be aware. Yeah, just be aware, you know, of where you're at.
Always get a second opinion.
Yes, please. Especially when it comes to your babies and things like that. Because some people be thinking they know, especially some of these nurses, and they really be guessing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're going to tie that topic up and move on to our celebrity topic of the night, which has been trending this week, which was the whole situation that happened between Monique Slander and DL Hughley at a comedy show, which was just completely ridiculous. I do have the clip. If Instagram cuts us off, we'll just have to come back on. Yeah, yes, and it happened in Detroit. I'm actually really disappointed in Monique. I'm going to try to show a little bit of the clip.
I want to say, I broke the story first, and Christina didn't say shit. She didn't know shit until Shade Room said some shit, and I'm feeling a little hurt about it because
I'm sorry. No, I'm using your clip. I'm using your clip. I'm using your clip, Ken. You know why, Ken? I saw it and then I never watched. Oh, let me get back on me. I never watched what she actually said. Yes, and then what happened was I saw DL Hughley's response. And I was like, oh shit. I never went back and actually watched the full video. I was like, she must have said some really disrespectful. The way he went in on her on that radio station was. Well, let me just tell you that.
I wouldn't even call that going in. I wouldn't even call that going in. He was just stating fact. And
I mean,
the more she does this stuff, the more it's like, yeah, he's not lying. Like,
he was stating facts, but he really let her have it. Like, look, I'm finna let you have it for real. But
yeah, but he did it like
she deserved
not
it,
like a fucking play the clip.
Yeah, play the clip.
Right. Ain't no more friendship after this point. You know what I mean? Like, what do you That's not gonna come through clear, Christina.
I can't find the
because now it sounds like a copy of a copy of a copy.
Right. Can you guys find the clip? She always humping. Yeah, I can't find the actual clip.
Well, like just
so what
we'll just try to
we'll just talk about it. But in that clip, she was basically.
I watched it a couple of times. What she was saying constantly was she was talking about the contract.
Right.
And there's a dispute
and that she was the headliner.
That she was the headliner, and the contract says this, and the contract says that, and DL Hughley is apparently up in arms about the contract. This is what she was saying. Apparently,
in that clip,
she's supposed to be the last one who's supposed to come out.
And she said she don't open for nobody.
Yeah, she said that she spent over 30 years in this business, and that she's a legend at this point. And and then she started throwing some digs at him, talking about like how he opened the Kings of Comedy and she closed for the Kings of Comedy, and then she started calling him a bitch. She started going in and talking about how she started talking about his wife and how she doesn't understand how his wife could suck the dick of a coward.
Oh no, she didn't say all that. I didn't hear all that.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, she went on for at least about 20 minutes. You saw you saw maybe about a couple of minutes.
I didn't see all of it.
How dare you, Christina?
I didn't even see all. I didn't know that was. I thought that was it. I didn't know there was more to it. Shit!
There's about a.
I came unprepared. Sorry, y'all.
About a 20-minute to 30-minute video on YouTube.
That's why I was wondering why he said she talked about my family. She talked about my dog. I was like, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, she talked about his name. She said that him being. I mean, you know why they call him DL. And she was
Oh
saying that
I did hear that. I did hear
he
that. I
bends,
did.
you know, he gets bent over
It's
and stuff
over.
like that.
Yeah,
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 pretty
yeah.
much. She just said like a bunch of like unnecessary childish shit
Yeah.
Do you
because
think
I don't
y'all?
know.
You think she was doing that for the show, y'all?
No, because they
No.
weren't jokes. She was just like personally attacking them.
She
It's
was
like
personally
these are
attacked.
not even jokes. These are just personal attacks.
They were
It's like
insults.
what does my wife have to do with this shit?
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
what he
saying?
was
Like you up
saying. That's what
here,
DL was
you up,
saying.
it's like you're up here
Well, she
talking
was
about
saying,
contracts and shit like that. Like this should be things that should be discussed behind closed
Close
doors.
door.
well,
Right.
But it's like you're talking about
she
this
went on
contract
a,
shit in front of the audience. You're supposed to be entertaining them.
Right.
Like what are you
Right.
doing?
she
Right.
went in
Right.
on him for that reason because she said that when she went on to his show not too long ago, I think it was during her tour, her boycott tour.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
it was they did a thing called that game Would You Never?
What
What
you have
would you or something like that, or would
like
you
what would you
never?
never or some
Would you
shit. I know
never?
what you're talking.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that,
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
And
Yeah.
so then she says that they asked him a question of, would you let your husband fuck such and such, or would you blah blah blah, whatever. It was a disrespectful question. And so
Wow.
she took that to heart, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
now she airs all this bullshit because one little thing happened apparently. Now, if you have all this animosity towards this person, why are you going on tour with them?
Right.
Not never have you ever.
Never.
It was like, would you rather?
Oh, okay. That's what I thought too, Charmaine. I thought it was never have you ever. Okay. Would you rather?
It was like the would you rather let your husband sleep with this person or blah blah whatever. And I think it was they felt comfortable enough to be able to say so, but it was disrespectful in the same manner, just like how we were talking about Kalani and like how they use those moments right then and there to catch them off guard to so I felt like she felt incredibly disrespected. But if you have all these gripes with this person that you're on tour with, why not clear all that shit out before you go on tour with them?
Yeah, that was real tacky what she did. I thought it was real unprofessional. I thought it was super tacky. To me, it looked like she might be on something because I felt like what was or it's just her? Like, why would she be such an asshole?
Like, she did the same. Yeah, she did the same shit with Oprah. She did the same shit with Tyler Perry, and she also did the same shit with the other guy, with another black producer. It's like this is just who she is, bro. Like she's just an ignorant fucking person. She's one of those fucking people where she's one of those fucking people where it's like everyone is the problem except for her. Everyone, it's always someone else's fault except for her.
Why do you guys think she's acting out like so irately? I mean, she used to be really talented and I mean, funny. Now it seems like all she does is like complain. She's always mad about something. Somebody done did something to her. It's like not even about the jokes anymore.
It's her husband.
A lot of people are saying that too.
I agree. Because this shit wasn't happening until she got with that man.
I don't want him to
take all the problem. Charlamagne was the problem. Yep.
He shouldn't take all the blame, right? Because he's the person who was enacting it. You should be able to have a sense of yourself and blah, blah, whatever. But ever since he stepped in and became her manager, it's been a problem, one problem after the other.
Another, man.
Behind the scenes, as far as the contract, as far as like business deals, all of this. Every single thing that she has a problem with has to deal with her contract, how much money she's making, all of this. And so you think about the hold that he has on her, as far as like it goes back to when they started openly talking about their open marriage.
Right.
And how it was okay. and how she had been calling him daddy.
That part, I don't get that. Why the fuck did she call him that?
That's some weird shit.
She said
some weird shit.
It's weird reasoning. She said that because he raises her too.
Lord, no, she did not say that shit.
Weirdo, bro.
She said that he raises her too.
We're gonna come back on this one. It's countdown. We're gonna come back on this one and finish out, close out probably. So 1.